Hey guys, welcome to this video. Today we're going to do a press-on set, very easy and simple, and I'm going to use these tips right here. So they are already pre-etched, as you can see, and I have just clipped them down a tiny bit because they're actually for my daughter and she wants a Valentine's set. So I said I would record them and show you how I make my press-ons and how I do an easy, really simple, beginner-friendly Valentine's nail set. So starting off, I am going to grab a base coat because as you can see, these are already etched. So normally I would go in with the buffer if I didn't have these pre-etched tips. So I'm going to go grab some Beetles base gel. This is the base coat I've been using lately. I really do like it. It is quite thick. I just like the strength it gives the press-on nails. It does add an element to them. So I'm really enjoying this base coat for my press-ons. So I'm just going to go in and I am going to paint them straight onto the nails. And then once I have that done, I'm going to pop them in the lamp for 60 seconds to cure. So I hope you are all well and happy. Let me know, do you like doing Valentine's nails or do you kind of skip Valentine's? I think they're it's one of those holidays that you'll either go all out and have hearts on every single finger, or you know, you kind of skip it altogether. I have to say I am kind of in between, whatever takes my fancy. If I feel like doing little designs, I will on myself, but it's not one of my favorites. Like, I don't mind doing it on my clients and I don't mind doing them on the press-ons. I absolutely don't mind at all. But it's not one of those holidays I'd be excited for. And I think a lot of people are. So yeah, I'm just putting a nice layer of base gel. I'm not like overloading it or anything like that. As you can see, nice and generous. But you don't want your base gel to float underneath the nail tips, because once it does, it'll just kind of get caught underneath and it'll just cure that way. Now, so I'm going to pop these into the lamp for a full cure. Next up, I'm going to show you what I'm going to use for the base of my French. So I have been really loving this lately. This is Born Pretty's Milky Jelly 05, and I really enjoy using this as a base for French. It's one of their hema-free, their X Gel hema-frees, and this is the color of it. It's kind of like a brown, but it's not too brown, it's not too opaque. It does go on sheer enough in one coat, so I'm just going to do 2 coats of it on this set, and I will speed it up a little bit just to show you the end result. But yeah, I do 2 coats and I also cure between each coat. So once they're out of the lamp, I'm going to go in with my first coat of this Born Pretty gel. And I do have a discount code for Born Pretty for 10% off, which I will leave in my description box as normal, and all my other discount codes will be listed there as well. So feel free to use them if you want a little bit of a money off. But yeah, this is how it goes on in one coat. So you can kind of see, like, it's sheer. It is a sheer, so it's perfect for French base. But I do think you need the 2 coats. First coat is a bit too sheer for my liking anyways. Now, probably would be fine if you were using it on top of a builder gel overlay or an acrylic overlay or extensions, but when you're just doing it on press-ons like this, you will definitely need the 2 coats. Is anyone else like me? I love when I find like a new way to use colours. I have had this colour for so long and I didn't really use it. I did like it, but I just didn't use it. And then, I don't know, I just didn't think it would be good for French. I don't know why. I just think when I swatched it, I probably made it so full coverage that I didn't think that it would be good for French. And then I just pulled it out and I tried it. And now I love it for French. I kind of love when that happens, when you have colours put aside for ages and they're just sitting there and then you have no use for them, or you think you have no use for them, or little use for them, and then you just find one day that you love them for a certain reason and you don't stop using them for that reason. I just love when that happens because it makes you fall in love with all your different products again. I just think that's why I love nails so much, and that's why we buy so much nail stuff, is because you'll always find some sort of a use for it, I think, more often than not. Even if it's sitting there for a while, one day you'll pick it up and be like, yeah, I know exactly what to use this for, and then you get addicted. Okay, going in for round 2. And you can see the difference in the second coat. This is just, look at that. Look how pretty that is. Okay, so for the red part of this design, we're going to go in with Nail Reserve LA, and we're going to go in with the shade Goddess. So this is one of the shades that I got sent recently, and again, I have a discount code for Nail Reserve that I will leave in the description box. But this is a beautiful red, perfect for Valentine's Day. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to decant a little bit onto my palette, and I'm going to show you my little palette now. So that's my little palette. It's really tiny, but it's so useful. It comes in so useful. It was actually a ring palette, so it came as one of those ring palettes, but I didn't like using those, so I actually cut the ring part off, or like just broke it off, and now I just use it as a little miniature palette. Super cute. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that there, and I'm going to grab my liner brush. I kind of switch between liner brushes for French. Sometimes I like using the long one, and sometimes I just grab the short one. Depends on my mood, really. I don't really have a preference, I don't think. Okay, so I'm just going to go in and I'm going to start painting on the French. And I do go from right to left usually. That's the way I usually do it. I usually go from right to left. And as you can see, these Nail Reserve polishes are so pigmented. Like, this could be a nail art gel. This is perfect for a red French. You're not going to need more than one layer, so you're not going to have that horrible bulky look. Sometimes, I don't know if it ever happens to you, but if you go in with the gel polish and it isn't opaque enough, and then you have to go in and do a second coat, that is my worst nightmare when it comes to Frenchies, because it will make the French look bulky. And then you have to top coat over it and it just looks uneven. So yeah. Okay, so here we are. We're going to go in with the ring finger. So what she wants to do is she wants to have upside down hearts, as in the hearts are facing her. So I'm going to go in with a dotting tool, and I am going to go like, do one at the bottom here, okay? And I'm going to do one up here. And I'm also going to do one just kind of up here. And we're going to just like bring those together and make them into little hearts. So I'm just going to kind of have a look at them and see what they look like. Do they all look in proportion, and just kind of fix them up a little bit if they don't. Okay, I think I'm going to add in another heart here because it definitely does look odd where I placed them. So I'm going to add in another one here, but just kind of maybe just put it here. We're going to go in with Madame Glam's 24K, which is a really, really good solid gold. It really is like 24K, like the name suggests. It is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that there. It's a full coverage metallic kind of a leaf gel. So I'm just going to pop some of that on my palette, and I'm going to grab my dotting tool, and we're going to go in and just do dots around the hearts. So we're going to do, they're just going to be polka dots. So that is the top coat complete on these 5 nails, and I'm off to do the other 5. I'll leave you with an overview of what they look like all together. And as always guys, if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much. I appreciate it so much, and thank you to all the new subscribers. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like, and I will see you in the next one.